I am a survivor of domestic violence, and to be honest, I never thought I was going to be here doing a podcast, sharing my story, talking to other people that have been through trauma, saying these words out loud, but here we are. I am so passionate about this because people that have been through trauma so often live in silence, and being quiet almost destroyed me. I knew that going through this trauma had to have a purpose, and it had to be something bigger than me. Maybe you felt that too. Maybe you've been through something that you thought was going to destroy you and you need it to have a purpose or you need to overcome it. Maybe you're trying to rebuild. Maybe you're trying to pick up pieces that you didn't break, wondering if anyone is ever going to understand you or if anyone will ever see you for who you are or if you are ever going to find who you are. Maybe some days you're just wondering if you have what it takes to function, and that's okay too. This is a place for all of the things to happen. It's a place for you to feel safe and seen and know that life does happen after trauma. Trauma does not define you. It's not about the headlines. It's not about the courtrooms. It's not about the jury trial. It's about the quiet moments. It's about day-to-day life after that. It's about living in the chaos, the numbness, and figuring out who you are after trauma and what life should look like or what life does look like and what your happy is. I created this podcast for the people who have begged for the bare minimum in their life and in relationships, friendships, and romantic relationships all alike. I created it for the people who've had to start over more than once and haven't asked for it a single time, but picked up every single piece and done it along the way. For the people who have felt shame and guilt and rage and grief and still shown up and been a parent, or friend, or sibling, or daughter, or a wife. You are not broken. You are not crazy. And you are definitely not alone. Each week, I'll be talking with survivors, advocates, people who have just been through trauma and the trenches of life, where we talk about real things, how it's changed how they show up in relationships, how it's changed how they date, parenting, dating, boundaries, what all of that should look like, and what it can look like. Trauma does not have to define your life. No filters, no perfection, just truth. If that sounds like something you need, stick around. Subscribe, share this with someone who you think needs it or might find it interesting. And most of all, know this: you are allowed to speak your mind. Your trauma is not who you are. You are allowed to feel, take up any space and all space that you want. This is Living in the Aftermath, and I am so happy you're here.